There. There. Silence that. And just check that we're up and going. La, 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 la. I see something there. Very good.
We are live.
Dickbot is doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Hello Me. Hello Me is working there. Can we hear anything? Good. Hopefully that'll come over now. La 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 la.
Hey, look at that.
Over now. Okay, let's go.
All right.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.
Shut up and sit down.
Here we go.
Would you kindly? I think we're just getting started. Medic! I'm a witcher.
I think this is more than you can handle.
Sits on his ass all day.
Let's do this.
Oh my goodness, it is episode 798 of the Overseas Connection podcast. Can you believe it? 798. I haven't done 798 anything in a long time. But it is the 18th of August 2024, and it's me, and there's Kim. Hello, Kim.
Hiya.
And there ain't anybody else, because Greg off doing Greg things. Mark's doing whatever Mark does. Pete is trying to keep the boat alive. Phil is polishing his head. I really do not know what's going on any longer. I really don't. We must be really, really horrible people, Kim.
I must be.
We do this for good or for bad every single week. And it goes out at 9 o'clock UK time. 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock UK time. 12 o'clock on the west coast of America. 3 p.m. on the east coast. And 2 p.m. in central, where Kim is. It's absolutely good that there. We're on Discord. We're on Twitch. We're on YouTubes. We're on Facebook. We're on what's it called? X?
Yes.
We're on X now. And we're on all those things. So come on. If you're watching this on YouTube, like it, subscribe it. It would be lovely to do that. That would be a nice thing to do. And join the live chat, because we have live chat running every single week, and you can come in and participate. It's lovely. This week there have been some birthdays, Kim. People got older.
Yes. Yeah.
They're getting older all the time. Sue Lindenhall, Mother Earth herself. She radiates good, positive thoughts. Her birthday is the 19th, which is tomorrow. Stephen Holdsworth is on the 20th, and Amar Parvez, our friend in Scotland, is his birthday's on the 24th. So happy birthday to you guys. You are really, really old.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Insert name here. Happy birthday to you.
Gentleman was not recognized.
Hooray, it's story time. Hooray, it's story time. I'm so glad to be with you today.
What the heck? Seriously, Kim, what is a big gaming pillow, and where does it come into your life?
Well, everybody knows I've got this motion sickness thing going on, and I've had to sadly give up my gaming chair because apparently it puts me too close to the TV. So instead of having to rearrange my room around, which is a big pain in the ass, I decided, well, I guess I'll just sit on the bed, right?
Okay.
And so I went and I was looking for a comfortable option, because we all know after sitting even on your bed for, a couple hours or whatever, after a while, it kind of gets uncomfortable. So anyway, I was on the lookout. I found it's basically a beanbag pillow, I guess is what you call it. Yeah. It's gigantic. I mean, it probably comes up to like me right here. And it's a beanbag pillow. It's like half moon shaped. I can set it behind me and like wrap it around me so I have somewhere to rest my arms. And yeah, it works. So I was able to play don't know, at least 3 hours worth of Call of Duty yesterday while
So
laying
you
on my bed.
slouch in a big beanbag pillow.
Yep. And it was actually comfortable. I even slept with the damn thing last night, and it wasn't too bad. Although it is, like I said, it's about yay thick.
You slept with it. Did
So,
you hug the
yeah.
pillow?
No, I did not hug. It was like an actual, just regular pillow. I didn't hug it or make out with it or anything like that.
we could get a mask for it. You know,
Right.
you get a
Right.
Greg mask and
there
put,
you
put a
go.
tank top on it, and it would be Greg. It would be.
There you go. And everybody wants a Greg, don't they?
We all want a Greg.
So yeah, I got that. It was a little weird to set that far away from the TV because I could tell I needed new glasses, so I was a little squinty, but I didn't get sick, so I guess that's a plus. And so we'll see. And it was only like $60 because they were having a sale, so I didn't think that was too bad.
Okay.
So yeah,
So you've got a
I
big
think
bag with lots of balls in it. Good stuff.
I do. I think I posted a picture of it up on Twitter, so you've probably seen it there and thought I was out of my mind, but it does work. So
Whatever makes you comfortable. That's really
that's
good.
it.
I've seen you're posting here about back to school, and you're absolutely correct because the shopping for school uniforms has started in earnest. And Judith is coming in, and the parcels from Amazon are now taking a new twist. So she was out through the week getting stuff for Jazz, and then she was out getting stuff for Izzy yesterday, and that's the shoes at $50 and $60 a pair.
Right.
And then the young ones aren't as bad as the older ones. I love a good school uniform. I'm not being dirty here or anything like that there, but it makes things very, very simple. So Jasmine School are pretty strict with uniforms. So the girls wear pinafores or little things in the wintertime, jumpers and school shirts with a logo emblazoned on it and proper shoes, and that is their uniform. They stick to it. And Izzy's school is a bit more relaxed. Like, sort of anything goes. There is a uniform, but anything goes, and they don't really enforce it. And that's a pain in the butt. And it also puts peer pressure on kids, I think, as well. That somebody comes in the latest pair of Air Nikes or whatever it may be, and the other kids don't have that, and that's kind of nutty. Like when I was a kid, that sort of happened in my school. Like some of the girls were coming in with Poison perfume on, or an A&A. That was the expensive perfumes back in the 80s. And all the guys had their Fred Perry jumpers, which is a big thing here, and Adidas white socks. Everybody had white socks back then. It was just awful. But I mean, the older kids, they have sports gear and so that's leggings and t-shirts and sweaters, and then a new blazer's £100, and their outfits are like $500 probably by the time each of those two sets get out. It's flipping. But it's that time of year, and when do your kids go back to school, Kim?
Tomorrow, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
We were talking about this yesterday. So Northern Ireland kids get off at the very end of June, and Isabella does not go back to school until the 2nd of September.
Wow.
9+ weeks. It is far too long. It is too. I mean, even if it was 6 weeks and they stuck an extra week at Christmas or an extra week at half term or something like that, but 9 weeks is a pain in the backside. And I think at this moment in time, the kids are ready to go back to school, and we are ready for them to go back to school. Hello, Lord, how you doing, lad? We are ready for them to go, because they're starting to, because the weather's not great. Yeah, it was dry today, but not terribly warm. But they're starting to pull themselves apart. I love you, I hate you. I love you, I hate you. Well, that's kind of the way it goes.
Yeah, that's kind of the way they are here, because they get right around 9 weeks, because they get out around the end of May usually. So
English kids, I think they get off around July, end of July or sometime, or late July, and they get 6 weeks. But over here is 9. It's nutty. Lord's kids are driving their scene, absolutely. I mean, you run out of things to do with them, especially when the weather's crap too. And you don't want to park them in front of the TV or the iPad for too long either. But poor old Judith, art projects. So she has them booked into football clubs. Every club we can find, they're going to. So tomorrow the two girls start soccer. football, a class all week. And then I think that they were at a rugby club summer scheme before we went away on holidays there. And that's from 10 in the morning until 1, and it's just enough to give you a break for a couple of hours and get them to burn off some energy. Yeah. And are you having the kids more now again?
Yeah, because they're back from their dads. So I've had them pretty much ever since they've been back from their dads. Now with school starting, I don't know for sure when I'll have them. I'll have them on Mondays after this week because I have that day off. So, but after school, I don't know if my sister's gonna pick them up and take them home, or if they're gonna come out here. Not exactly sure how it's gonna work, but
there you go.
So yeah, I'll get a little break.
Well, speaking of breaks, as you know, I was away in Italy there, and we had a fabulous trip, really good. Try to keep it quiet, and we had an absolute ball. We were over 1 for a holiday and 2 for my niece's wedding. So around Lake Garda in Italy is a beautiful area, and the wedding was spectacular. It was the ceremony itself was at the top of Malchesney Castle, so an old medieval castle up on the roof, looking over the lakes and the mountains. It was absolutely spectacular, and the wedding went really, really well. It was a fabulous day. It was really good. So after the wedding, they had their photographs taken, and and then there was this almighty thunderstorm mid-afternoon, which wasn't in the weather at all, but it has its own little microclimate with the Alps just beside it and stuff. And so after the ceremony, we went to this little restaurant place for nibbles and bubbly while they were getting the photographs taken, and this is when the thunderstorm was on, and within an hour the thunderstorm had gone, and it was being called off, but we were supposed to be being picked up by a yacht or a boat, taken out round onto the lake, and then docked right beside the restaurant where the reception was going to be, and that was called off because it's like a lake, but it turned into a really rough storm. But after the hour, it all calmed down again. The boat was back on. We went round on the boat into the restaurant. We danced, we drank, quite a lot of us gave a wee bit of a speech, and it was great fun. We danced the night away, and it was great. And then we turned it into a nice holiday, and it was brilliant. I had 1 day away with 2 brother-in-laws. We were scootering. We went scootering up into the mountains, way, way up mega high. I had a pink scooter.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, look, a few years ago, I was out. My brother was out he was over from London, and jokingly, I booked him a pink scooter. And I kind of thought, I just have to take the pink scooter again. But it was so funny. It was like Barbie. I mean, it's Barbie pink, right?
Right.
And people laugh and they giggle and they, nice bike, mate, and all this sort of stuff. And, so that's why I had good fun with that. You can imagine I put a Bongo Racing sticker on the back of it. But we had a really, really good day. Very, 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 very hot. But it was an excellent holiday. Really good. So we came home last Sunday evening, quite late. And I had a message a little bit before from a friend, a fella called Mike Chin. Chinny! And Chinny was in the country doing some work with his company and some video shoots for a commercial they were doing in the Titanic area of Belfast. Anyway, he contacted me and he said, look here, I'm over. I said, well, look here, come on up, we'll have dinner and we'll, Obviously, we were all exhausted still, from traveling, but it was great to see him. He came up. He found his way to the house. We had a nice dinner together, and then I got talking to my son Charlie about snooker. And of course, my son Charlie is into snooker in a big way. In fact, he's away playing snooker right now. And of course, Mike Chin's into snooker in a big way. And all of a sudden, we had arranged to go to some guy, Mark something or another. He's the world champion at the moment in snooker, but he has a place quite close to us. And we ended up going to this snooker hall club and playing some snooker with Mike Chin, and it was lovely. It was lovely to see Mike again and to catch up. And of course, Jasmine, there's Mike. He's very tall because Mike is about 6'3" or 6'4". So, so it was a lovely night. It was lovely to catch up to Mike. It was a great holiday, fantastic wedding, and I've had a great couple of weeks. It's been really good. So
good.
I will have to say that I drank too much, ate too much, had too much ice cream and too much pasta. I have put on about 8 pounds in about 3 weeks. I ate. It was great. It was fabulous.
But at least it was only 8, So
we'll get that under control. I had, you've seen some of the seafood. The seafood photographs have to go up for Mark. Anyway, for Mark, because Mark just loves seafood so much. But I think I had in the apartment where we were. It was a beautiful place where we stayed. I think I drank 4 big bottles of limoncello over the 10 nights.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I was sitting out in the balcony one night. So a beautiful balcony overlooking the lake and the mountains. Fantastic. And some of the girls had went in, and Jasmine was in bed, and some of the older ones had all went into the village, and Judith was out with her sisters and some of the older girls. But I was sitting there with my limoncello out in the balcony. I think. Yeah, I did. I phoned Greg. And I was sitting there watching stars. Beautiful, clear night. Really, really clear. And you could see all the stars. And I'm sitting watching the satellites go over. Woo, woo, yeah, as you can see, if you look up at the sky, you probably have got a beautiful, clear sky here as well, and you can see that. And at one point, I seen, just appearing above me, this line about, you're looking up into the sky, it was about that size there up in the sky, of about 20 little dots or 25 little dots. And all of a sudden they appeared really bright, like 25 little stars, and then they disappeared again. And it was either a limoncello or I think it was a Starlink launch. The way he puts all the satellites in the strip. And I think that's what it must have been. It was either the limoncello, a UFO, or Starlink. Let's go with Starlink. But yeah, that was really good. Good fun. I keep on looking at property there, and I have to stop doing that. So yeah, it's been a good couple of weeks, and it's nice to be back. I think everybody's a bit tired this week. Not that we really burnt the candle at both ends, but you think you always takes. It was very relaxing, But yeah, it was great. Hey, Mr. Matthew, it was brilliant.
Good.
So I don't know. I could probably look back and see if there was a Starlink launch, because I'm sure they launched them and then they must all separate eventually. But it was really cool. So really, really cool. I really enjoyed that. Right. Do we have a community question? Is this the one from Mr. Matthew?
Well, yes, we do.
Oh, for the show, I'm reading an article about games where player choices matter. Mm-hmm. What is the choice you most regret in a game? Oh, okay. Fallout. Blowing up Nuketown. Is it Nuke? What was it called? Nuketown. The first Megaton. Was it Megaton? The first sort of town. You can choose to not blow it up or blow it up. And I decided to blow up the village. I set up the nuclear bomb that was in the middle of the village, unexploded.
Oh.
And it was I regret that. I do regret that. That's straight up Megaton. Thank you. I still to this day feel guilty about those kids and all of those. Oh, it's terrible.
Ouch.
Yeah. What about you, Kim?
Well, I'm one of those people that, usually if I make a decision that I regret, I immediately go back to an earlier save point and fix it. Like Dragon Age, the first one, I could either make Alistair king or we could stay, Grey Wardens together. Well, I decided he, was a decent guy. He'd make a better king than what we had. So I decided to make him king. He didn't like that. Got pissed off. He dumped me and took off. I'm like, I didn't like that. So, of course, I went back to an earlier save point, fixed it. Didn't make him king, yada, yada, yada. What was it? Fable 2? Mm-hmm. I think you had the choice of either saving your dog or saving the people. And I saved the dog. I don't regret that. But, when it come down to picking one, I saved the dog.
It pulled your heartstrings.
That's right. I let those poor people stay dead, and I saved my dog because, well, obviously my dog. So yes, I am a save scummer. Yep, I sure am.
Scummer.
Because I have
save
to live with my
save
conscience, and my conscience tells me that that was a bad idea. So And I'm one of those people that will carry that with me for the rest of my life. And people will look at me crazy going, it was just a video game, Kim. I know that, but he died. And,
I was watching this thing this morning about people in, I think it's Norway, right? And it was this woman, an architect woman, and she a lot of family land, forest up in the mountains. And the house that they've built, they built this house, but they put it inside a commercial greenhouse. Okay, so big greenhouse and a house in the middle of it, and inside the greenhouse is lots of plants, and they peaches and all sorts of fruits, and a herb garden, and it's sort of inside outside. It was absolutely fabulous, and she want to be her and the kids, and it looks like a fantastic place. And of course, it's warm in the summertime, warm in the wintertime, because as soon as the sun comes out, the snow rolls off this big commercial greenhouse, and there they go. But they also had a small holding of sheep. Mm-hmm. And it struck me, and they went down to see these sheep, these hardy sheep, and the interviewer was going, well, what are the sheep for? I said, well, we use some of them here as pets and some of them as meat.
Right.
And he's going, oh, okay. And the guy was sort of quite taken aback. And this one is Rosie, and this one is Olaf, and this one does not have a name. This one is meat. she was quite, matter of fact, this one is meat. It does not have a name. That's that guilty thing of the animals and pets when you become attached to them, or it gets a name, and it's the same thing here.
I live on a farm. I know what that's like, because here a few years back we raised this steer, and we knew we were going to butcher it because that's what we were raising. I named it Hamburger, and people were like freaked out because we knew we were going to butcher this steer, but yet we played with it, we pet it, we called it Hamburger, and they're just like, how can you do that? I'm like, well, he's still an animal. I still have to raise him, so I have to call him something. So we called him Hamburger, and I mean, he was the nicest little steer, and he tastes really great. So
this one is Monday, this one is Friday, and this one is shepherd's pie.
Right.
Yeah, look, that's bad enough for animals. Can you imagine the dilemma cannibals have?
Right.
Absolutely. That's a good question. I like that. That was good.
Boy.
All right, August is halfway through. There are free games. I haven't seen these. Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, that's really good. Five Nights at Freddy's, no. Ender Lilies, no. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, that's good on Xbox Game Pass. Doom and Doom 2. I hear they're going to update the Doom games again. Going to redo them with modern stuff, and not just keep on spitting them out, but remake them all. Tale of the Stolen Potato.
Yep.
Okay, offer drink with Texas Chain Customer Airborne. Okay. Amazon Prime. Well, there's a lot here. SteamWorld Heist. Yep. Duthix, Mankind Divided. That's good. Tomb Raider, Angel Darkness. Don't know that. Are they the new Tomb Raider ones?
I think they're older ones.
Okay. Kraken Academy, Baldur's Gate 2. Oh, that's a good one, isn't it?
I believe so.
Oh, yeah. Beholder. Okay, there's some good stuff on Amazon stuff there. Figment 2. Now, I played the first Figment. And it was really good, really off the wall, just really kind of twisted and cutie looking.
Right.
Don't look at that. Epic Games. Death Gambit, Gigantic Rampage Edition, Callisto Protocol. There's a name and a half.
Right.
Huh, okay. All right, well, there are games. It's the middle of the month. Go grab them. There's lots of them there. Well, there's not much need to buy games. If you're a casual player, there's so much stuff there.
Yeah, I can't remember the last game I bought. No, wait, I can too. It was Cat Quest 3. I bought it on Steam the other day because they had it on sale. So
it's only the other day, Kim.
Yeah.
If you can't remember that from the other day, I'm getting worried.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, okay. But the last game, big game, was it COD or something like that, probably?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, that was probably one of the last ones was Call of Duty. Because, I mean, most of them that I've been, especially the ones I've been playing lately, have all been on Game Pass, so...
Reading stuff there about COD, that they're talking about doing something with the downloads now, because the size of it, or trying to compress it, because it's so massive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they finally did make it where you could download things separately. Like, if you just wanted to play the campaign, you could download the campaign, not everything else. So that was kind of nice, because I'm one of those people that just play multiplayer usually, so I don't usually bother with the campaign unless I feel like playing it. So...
Well, you don't want to get attached to those characters in case you have to eat them, so...
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
so-
Okay. Let's see. What games?
Yes.
we play a game?
I want to play a game.
You are one pathetic loser.
So, I'm straight back and straight into it again. I am in the thick of it this week. We are 3/4 of the way through the Bongo World Series. The second leg of it. This is called Bongo's European Vacation. So all European tracks.
Nice.
So that's race 5 on Tuesday night of this week, and then on Thursday we done a launch there on Friday night of the new Warriors Pro. This is third season now, there's a shakedown for it on Thursday evening at Paul Ricard in France, and then the new professional series, pro series for good and really good drivers starts next week again. So it's all grown up now. So we've got the 2 for newbies and intermediates, and then intermediates and really goods for the Warrior stuff. So that's taking up a lot of my time this week getting that all together. I cut a little trailer. The trailer was 1.5 minutes long. You'll find it on Instagram and stuff like that there. It took probably most of a day to do 1.5 minute video. The outtakes, I think, are actually better than the video itself. Yeah.
They usually are.
Yeah. Flip me. What a dick. So I brought stuff away with me to play. I didn't play anything at all. I read some books and stuff like that. I didn't play. And
Did you read anything good?
I almost finished it, and my wife was going, "What are you reading?" And it was a very deep and technical book about racecraft and balancing car and lots of technical string theory, improving racecraft techniques, and lots and lots of race technique stuff. The guy, let me just grab it. Hold on.
He really is diving in on this with both feet, isn't he?
It's right here. This guy's called Sulio Almeida. And Sulio was trained. He's a young guy, and I met him in Germany last year. But again, he's done lots of stuff. To Robin Bongo Racing, thank you for the trust. Keep sending it, no matter what, Sulio. So the motor racing book. So Sulio trained as a concert pianist, really, really good, very excellent, and as to raise some money, he tutored people on how to race because he was pretty good at it, and it became such a big part of his life that he gave up the piano stuff and concentrated solely on racing, online racing. And over the last two and a half years, because he's quite young, he's his early 20s, mid 20s, and very, 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 very clever, has transitioned to real life racing.
Wow.
And if you look him up, Suellio, Sulio Almeida. If you look up his YouTube videos, they are so well produced. He is racing these little cars. Oh, I forgot what they're called. Damn it. Anyway, the cars that it'll come. The car that he's racing, it's an international race class. He was in Toronto last week, but the quality of the videos about each race is superb. You know what's going on, the onboard stuff, talking through the racing, really good. I'm so chuffed, so pleased for him that he's actually really making a good transition. In fact, there's quite a few of the guys. There's him. He'd be the most successful of probably Jardier Honzik, which is has one of the largest online followings. He is driving the Clio Cup. I know they're Clio cars, small cars, but he's doing, Spa and Hockenheim and all of those that he's got to drive through his online streaming. Now, I'm under no pretense here. I'm an old fella. It's never going to happen to me. And then there's another guy, Basic Ollie, in the UK, and he's doing Ford Ka endurance racing. So again, but they've been given drives this year, and of course Jimmy Broadbent, who is the biggest of them all as an entertainer, he is in a GT4 class racing the Nordschleife and all those big 24-hour races now, and doing extremely well. So it can't, so that's from sim to real life now, and it's really good, and gets them off YouTube and makes more space for me.
There you go.
So there you go. So that's me. You've had a lot of stuff going on. So what have you been up to?
Oh, a little bit. Well, of course, Wednesday we had Halo night. It was Greg and me and my nephew Tony and Martin was there. And
very good.
It's good. Yeah, we had some good Halo games. I am still at the bottom of the list because I suck at Halo. I try. I just, it's a shooter. I go into it knowing that, you know what, I'm just gonna have fun, and that's the end of it. And plus I can get Anthony shtick, because sometimes he gets bad, and then I can say, see, your old aunt's not as bad as you thought. So I did that on Wednesday, and then yesterday me and Boomer played some Call of Duty multiplayer, and that was good. Because like I said, I had to try out the gaming pillow and sitting further away from the TV, seeing how that goes. And like I said, that made me realize I need to go to the eye doctor and get stronger glasses, because things were blurry. Like trying to read anything was blurry, but I could still shoot a gun, so I guess we're good. Other than that, I tried to finish off some games. Hi-Fi Rush, I started like when it came out, and then I let it sit for probably a good year till I got stuck on something. And you know how it is, you move on to something else, and you may get back to it eventually. You may not. Well, I got back to it the other day and finally finished it.
Very good.
I don't think I'll go back and get all the achievements, because one thing with that game, I have no rhythm. None at all.
No, you are white through and through. You're very good.
I am that for sure. But it was fun, and I enjoyed it, and I'm kind of glad that, Tango Gameworks got picked up, and maybe there'll be a sequel sometime down the line, because it was a fun little game to play.
And they have, the studio's been picked up as a standalone studio now, hasn't it? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah. And then, speaking of finished, and I totally finished, got all the achievements, even though the last one was a big, gigantic pain in my butt, but I got it anyway. Spirit of the North, the game that was giving me motion sickness.
You're glad to get that out of the way.
Day, and I got all the shaman. There were 28 shaman that not only did I have to find when they were dead, but I also had to find them in the spirit world when they were ghosts. And let me tell you, I'm not sure that was needed, but I fucking did it. I had to find a guide to do it, to tell me kind of where they were at, because in the world where you have to find them when they're ghosts, it's all blue, it's all like one color, you're running around a forest, it all looks the same, there is no map. So I finally, after watching videos and still getting lost, I finally had to find somebody that had typed it all out and would tell you, okay, you start here and you go left, or you go right, or you go north or south, or whatever. And I finally got them all, but
oh goodness,
that was a pain. But it's on Game Pass if you want to try it. Maybe you'll have better luck
Spirit
with the motion
of the North
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it. You play as a fox. And then another animal-related game, I played the demo for Gory Cuddly Carnage, which is a cat game. Shocking, I know. But you have I don't even call it, a skateboard, a surfboard, something. Anyway, it's got blades on it, and you have to fight like these really gross-looking unicorns.
Oh dear.
And they're like mutated. And it'll be coming out soon, the full game, but the demo's up on Xbox and I think Steam and probably some other places, and you can try it. I don't know, it's probably a good 20-ish minutes. Probably it was longer for me because I'm bad at these. Hold the RB button so you can skate up the rail and do this and do that, and it took me a bit, but it was fun. Greg didn't think I'd like it because it was gross. But
as long as you're having fun.
I liked it.
As long as you're having fun.
Right.
Very good. So well, we've been playing games. We've been playing games, and just as the news starts, I want you to go through some. Just speaking of glasses and stuff like that, there, I have some news about that too. So,
all right.
Here is the fucking news.
Welcome to the OC Podcast Glasses.
So, the news box. The news.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have my. I seem to be wearing a pair of them right now. These are my Bongo character glasses that I have. I don't generally wear these in a day-to-day, but when I came home, I had a delivery.
Oh, nice.
So these are for my Bongo character, of course. So these are the blues.
Oh, I like those.
Yes, these are good. Aren't these good?
Yeah,
For those of you watching in black and white, These are on my face right now, and they're that colour. So those are good. And then we go to... Very good. Yes, indeed. Purples. And we go to... Hello there. That's ridiculous, isn't it? Judith just shakes her head at me now. She does just shake her head. And the piece de resistance. Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Da-da-da!
Those would have matched your scooter.
Yes, I wish I had them with me. They arrived when we were away. So I have. There's several others here. The other ones that I already had, the oranges and the blues. And when I drive really, really badly, I now have to put this on. So this is the shithead. So when I crash, yes, yeah. So, but I have a specific little box now for my glasses. I'll keep this, and I play. I'm just a strange little man. I really am a strange little man. So if anybody has a supply of really, really odd, loud glasses, get them my way, because that's my thing. News, sadly, and there's been a lot of this going on. Ubisoft is cutting more jobs to its offices in the USA. Ubisoft is the latest video game company to be doing this with another wave of layoffs. It was reported in Bloomberg and later independently confirmed by IGN, where the story is from, and 45 staff across the Assassin's Creed publishers' San Francisco and Cary, North Carolina locations were impacted by layoffs yesterday. Those affected will receive severance and career assistance, though further details about those offerings have not been revealed, of course not. Yesterday, Ubisoft San Francisco and Red Storm Entertainment informed their teams of a restructuring that resulted in 45 employees leaving Ubisoft. A spokesperson said in a statement, "We have far too many woke people here and we need to get rid of them and align these studios. Organisations with their future business development objectives. We're committed to providing comprehensive support to those affected, including severance and career, and we thank them for their contribution to Ubisoft." This is the second shift for Red Storm team this summer, with the first arriving in May when Ubisoft announced that further development on its free-to-play spin-off Tom Clancy's The Division Heartland was cancelled. At the time, the publisher called the move a tough call, but would transition those members of the development team to projects like X-Defiant and Rainbow Six. It's unclear how many members of the Red Storm team were affected by yesterday's layoff. Red Storm portfolio includes a number of noteworthy Ubisoft titles from the last few decades, including a number of entries from the Tom Clancy and Far Cry franchises. The studio also recently developed a VR-only title, Assassin's Creed Nexus, which released last year. Ubisoft San Francisco branch developed titles in the Rocksmith series, as well as South Park, The Fractured Butthole. It's currently working on X-Defiant and Rocksmith Plus. Rocksmith Plus, that would be good. Rocksmith again, once again. So that's sad, and good luck to all those people. That seems to be happening an awful lot of late. People losing jobs. And I don't know whether companies were just too fat or... I was speaking to Mike Chin about this on Monday evening over some balls, snooker. And just saying that the game industry just doesn't seem to be what it hasn't fully recovered from COVID yet. And it's not there. It's not just... And things like, EGX in the UK and the Gamescoms and all of the stuff in American things, all of those things dying, and of course it's inevitable with the internet and stuff like that there. But the good old days, were better than they are now. It seems to be not as personal or something. I don't know. It's something odd. It's just has changed. Okay, the fantastic and unbelievable character who plays so many different characters as the same person in every single time, Nicolas Cage, will play John Madden in Amazon's Madden film. Nicolas Cage is slated to step into the helmet of John Madden in Amazon's MGM's upcoming biopic, Amazon has confirmed. First report by Deadline, the film, which is written and directed by David O. Russell, follows the story of Madden as he transitioned from the Oakland Raiders coach to the face of Madden NFL video games. I've heard of those. To sports commentator. Nicolas Cage, one of our greatest and most original actors, I didn't write this, will portray the best of the American spirit of originality, fun, and determination in which anything is possible as long as it isn't a different character, as long as it's just like Nicolas Cage, as beloved national legend John Madden. As Russell said in a quote provided to Deadline, together with the ferocious style, focus, and inspired individualism of Al Davis, owner of the underdog Oakland Raiders, the feature will be about the joy. Oh no, not more joy. We've had enough joy of late. Humanity and genius that was John Madden in a widely inventive, cool world of the 1970s. Lack of deodorant and hairy people. Nicolas Cage, widely known and decorated for numerous roles in films such as National Treasure, good fun, City of Angels, The Wicker Man, and more recently portrayed in the titular character in Long Legs. Let's not forget those fantastic titles about 9/11 and stuff like that. There, Will He and the guy on the motorbike, and yes, and Gone in 60 Seconds. And other ones that he really stretched his acting abilities. MGM taking on Madden's story. It was first revealed back in May 2023, though at the time it was reported that Will Ferrell was being considered for the role of Madden. At the time, the film was based on a script by Cameron Clark, but Russell has since written a new version. It must have been really bad. The film will be produced by Jason Blumenthal, Steve Titch, Jonathan Schnucht, Matthew Budman, and Russell. David Bloomfield will serve as executive producer. So there you go. So all Madden fans, that'll be nice to see.
I have a hard time picturing Nicolas Cage or Will Ferrell. Either one is John Madden. Okay.
Yeah, Will Ferrell maybe his face shape more, you know,
right.
as older years anyway. I don't know what it was like as a young guy.
Right.
Now this story's for you, Kim.
Yeah, I know, right.
Dragon Age, the Veilguard release date is set for October. That's this October, not the October after that one or the October after that. Dragon Age, the Veilguard finally has a release date, and BioWare announced just a few days ago that we can expect to see it out this Halloween, October 31st, 2024. The news came alongside the release of a trailer showing Solus conducting a ritual that's interrupted and a fight between the Veilguard and a group of corrupt elf gods. Those crazy elf gods. Oh, and a big dragon or two, of course. The chunky, near 3-minute trailer, available on YouTube, shows off plenty of the high fantasy fans can expect in a highly anticipated next Dragon Age, such as a cute little griffin called Hamburger, nasty big tentacle monster, and much more. Plenty of its dramatic locations are shown too, alongside a touch of signature Dragon Age romance. There may be some unicorn stuff going on there as well. You never know what might happen. It has been a long road to the Veilguard's release in October. It was first announced way back in the way back time of 2018, and later that year was given the title Dragon Age Dreadwolf. Good name. In 2022, we learned that an alpha build of the game was playable from start to finish, and earlier this year we finally saw the first official trailer with a full 2024 release window. Are you excited about this, Kim?
I am excited. I'm terribly excited. And it's going to be a good, month or so there, because like September, what is it? Space Marines 2 is coming out. And then you got Dragon Age coming in October. It's a good time to be me. So, and then, Call of Duty is coming out in October, and I don't have to buy it, which is nice. So,
why don't you?
Which means I can, save up money and buy Dragon Age.
Oh, is COD going to be on Game Pass as well?
Yes. Yes. Black Ops 6 is going to be on Game Pass.
I may play some COD.
Yeah, that's $140 I won't have to spend, because I usually have to buy it for me, and I have to buy it for Anthony.
Okay.
That's $70 a pop. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So the Game Pass stuff is good. And how does that affect then PlayStation 5 people? Or PlayStation, they have to just buy it then, don't they?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think they'll just have to buy it. So sorry, PS5 people.
Wow.
Like Sarah.
Like it could mean 2 years of COD, and you could buy yourself an Xbox.
Right. Crazy, isn't it?
Wow. Okay. Interesting. And that's the best of the news and the worst of the news for this week, where we are still in the middle of the summer, so that's that. But we do have some new releases. Not many, but we have some. Kim, tell me all about those new releases.
Alrighty. Your new releases for August 18th through the 25th. And can you believe September is just right around the corner?
Unbelievable.
This month has went by like nobody's business. Black Myth Wukong for the PS5 and PC, August 20th. That's the one with the weird little monkey man, right?
Huh?
Dustborn for the PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC, August 20th. Mika and the Witch's Mountain for PC and Switch, August 21st. And we will scroll down here a little bit because we have 2 more. Oh, holy crap, went too far. Anyway, there's 2 more. Hold on while I scroll back up there and find them because my ass went far. Alrighty, we have Tactical Breach Wizards. Let me start that one again because even I'm unconfused. Tactical Breach Wizards for the PC on August 22nd, and Concord for the PS5 and PC on August 23rd. And those are your new releases.
Ooh, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I don't really know many of those at all. Don't know any of those names, but there you go.
Yeah.
This week we will be playing, or you guys will be playing Halo. So
Probably.
for my schedule this week, Tuesday night is Bongo World Series at the Red Bull Ring. Wednesday I'm streaming all day from 9 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. Thursday evening is the shakedown for the Warriors Pro Series, and then Friday I am streaming all day. And at 9:30 tonight, we have got the Bongos Wheel of Misfortune, which is always good fun, a good open mic sort of night. But on Wednesday night, you'll have Halo, Modern Warfare, whatever you have, and that's usually between 8 and 9 UK time for about an hour. And then Friday nights as well, you just get together and it's impromptu and away you go, and it's absolutely fantastic. So join in with the guys. If you see us online, just drop in and say hi. We'd love to. And if you can't drop in and play, drop in, and if they have a stream going on, watch the stream or watch my stream. But definitely press like and subscribe. I'm going to press like on that now. There you go. I've press like on YouTube. Can you all press like on YouTube? That'd be lovely. Or Twitch, or whatever you do on Twitch. Okay, you can email the show at ocpodcast@gmail.com. You can tweet us or X us. We like to be X'd. More X's the better, at OC_podcast, and Facebook is fb.ocpod.com. And of course you can leave us a review, subscribe, blah 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 blah. The podcast is on here with a video, and tomorrow at some stage, probably tomorrow morning, first thing before you Americans wake up, it will be there in an audio format for you to play with and listen to your heart's content to. And you'll get that on everywhere you get your audio stuff. Yeah?
Yeah.
I wonder, because we used to have
you know,
like record players, and then we went 8 tracks and cassettes, and then CDs, and now vinyl's gone back in. Will like streaming? What will replace that? I mean, there has to be some technology somewhere. I mean,
we'll probably just like implant it directly into our brain.
Oh.
You know, it'll be like the earworm we'll never get rid of.
Oh, keep that commie stuff away from me, man. Okay, would you like to say hello to anybody, Ken, before we disappear?
Yeah, I'm going to shout out Lord and CB Matthew for showing up in the chat. Boomer, where are you and why are you slacking? But anyway, I'll forgive you this time. So, Neuralink, exactly. So, so everybody have a good week this week. Robin, glad you're back.
Thank you very much.
You're around here.
Glad to be back.
And, I'll send it over to you.
Thank you very much. To Greg and all the guys, hello there. Again, Lord, and CB Matthew, who seems to be right on form tonight. He seems to be on good form now, is CP Matthew.
Yeah.
He does seem to be done. He must have been out polishing his car. Elon Musk will send podcasts directly to your frontal cortex. Ooh, sounds lovely. Keep on going, Elon. They're trying to bring you down, boy, but don't bother. You paid $48 billion for freedom of speech. Keep it up. Right, guys, we'll see you next week. Thank you very much, and hopefully Greggles will be back then. See you now. Goodbye. Yeah. Good night.
Thank you very much. Love it.
Thank you for listening to the Overseas Connection podcast. See you same time next week.